Hey, what's up everybody? Hammerheart Metal Reviews here once again, doing another discography countdown on one of my favorite bands. Today I'm actually going to be doing two videos because both the bands I'm going to be doing today only have 5 albums each, so they probably won't be too long of videos, so you're getting a double dose today. Up first is Agalloch. These black metal, post-black metal, folk black metal, whatever you want to call them, from Portland. Just really amazing stuff. It's too bad they're not around anymore, but they've only put out 5 albums, and they're all really fucking solid. There's not any bad albums here. And just, if you've never heard of Agalloch, please go listen to them. Do yourself a favor. You'll fall in love with them instantly. But I'm just going to get into my ranking of going from my least favorite down to my favorite Agalloch albums. So here we go. Coming in at number 5 was their last album, The Serpent and the Sphere. It's only last because I like the other ones more. This is still a pretty good fucking album. Really killer stuff on here. My favorite songs are The Astral Dialogue and Dark Matter Gods. Just really killer riffs. Doesn't do as much clean singing on this album, just more of the raspy black metal singing, which I do like, but on the older albums I do like the variation as well, where it does some clean singing and the black metal rasps. But this is still just really good instrumentation, really fucking killer stuff, and definitely still deserves a listen. Coming in at number 4 is their third album, Ashes Against the Grain. This is a really fucking killer album. This one's probably 8.5 out of 10. It's the follow-up to the Mantle and kind of continues on the same themes as that album. Same sound-wise, like vocal approach is very similar. Like you could almost interchange some songs from one album to the next on these two. They didn't really reinvent the wheel from one album to the next here, but this is still a really fucking killer album and has some absolutely fucking killer songs. What is the fucking song called? Not Unlike the Waves. They have a video for that one, and it's just so good. The nice like acoustic and singing, then it's like Solstafir. Just fucking killer stuff. Falling Snow is another really epic song on here. Just really good album front to back, and definitely deserves a listen. Like I said, all these albums are good. It's only at number 4 because I like the other 3 better. Coming in at number 3 is their 4th album, Marrow of the Spirit. This one I really wanted to put higher. I fucking love it. I guess I like the other 2 a little bit more. But this one is absolutely amazing. I feel like it's underrated in the Agalloch discography. No one really gives this album the same love as they do to some of the other albums. But this is fucking amazing. The Watcher's Monolith. No one ever talks about that song. That's one of my favorite Agalloch songs. There's a little fucking melodic riff in the middle of that song that I just absolutely adore. It's just a fucking awesome song. Into the Painted Grey is another great fucking track. This whole album, Blackleg, Nidlskog, I don't know how to say it, but just a great fucking album and definitely deserves a listen. But now let's get into the top 2 where we're getting into 10 out of 10 territory here. Number 2 for me is their second album, The Mantle. This is considered by many to be the Agalloch masterpiece, and it's hard to disagree with that. It's absolutely amazing. It's like genre defining. The way they incorporated his clean vocals and lots of acoustic parts, but then still with some black metal and folk elements. It's just got its own unique sound. Not too many bands had this sound at the time. There's been a lot of imitators since then, but this is just a fucking great album. The Great Cold Death of the Earth, great fucking song. I Am the Wooden Doors, just that opening drum beat with the doubles and fucking great. As soon as that song starts off, you know what's happening, and you know it's fucking amazing. You Were But a Ghost in My Arms, absolutely amazing. This whole fucking album, it's long, but it's worth the listen. It is so goddamn good. Absolutely love The Mantle. If you have it number 1, I have nothing bad to say about that. It's absolutely killer album. And into my number 1 is actually the debut, Pale Folklore. They're a little bit rawer on this album, a little more of a black metal edge to it, but it's very like folk-oriented black metal. Still lots of acoustics and clean singing as well. But just the way they meld all this together into their sound is fucking great. The first 3 tracks, She Painted Fire Across the Skyline, part 1, 2, 3. Fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. Probably my favorite song on the album is As Embers Dress the Sky. The fucking back half of that, I love the first half too. It's very melodic, but then it like kind of pauses and goes into this really fucking upbeat outro beat, and it's really fucking awesome. The melancholy spirit, the closing track on the album is just really killer too. I just absolutely love Pale Folklore. If you've never heard Agalloch before, I'd say start with the Mantle, but definitely listen to Pale Folklore as well. The Mantle is a little more accessible, but Pale Folklore is #1 in my books. Anyways, these are just my opinions. Let me know down below what your favorite Agalloch album is. What's your least favorite? Click on like, click on subscribe. Another video is going to be coming up right away too, like I promised. Anyways, until then, Hammerheart Metal Reviews out!